the hell were you thinking?
I was trying to save a man's life.
You need to get the ship's manifest and account for every passenger. Whoever's not on the boat, that's the man I saw go over. There's a dangerous man on board. I can identify him. He's wearing a red hat and calling himself God.
You mean David Burton?
You know him.
He's a friend of
Oh,
his.
she said he was
a decathlete back in the 80s. Medal for Australia.
Ah, yeah, the bronze. I read about it on the card he gave me. But what it fails to clarify is how he went from being a sports announcer to Yahweh.
It was after he died.
Yeah, what?
About 3 years back, he went rock climbing with a mate just outside Perth. He fell 100 meters. Broke his neck.
Another Kevin?
His mate dragged his body into the cave so the dingoes wouldn't eat the corpse. Made his way back to civilization, but when they got back there, Burton was sitting out the front of the cave, not a scratch on him, said he felt absolutely fine, and that he was God.
Okay, Matt, what are you gonna do with that?
People don't actually believe this guy's God.
Well,
I was just having a laugh.
you believe that Kevin's Jesus.
Expected so many people to be. We don't have any other witnesses. Nobody reported missing. Burton walks in here and confesses. I'll be happy to contact the authorities.
Okay. It's really interesting because it's almost like Matt is such a strong believer in his faith and in everything that happens around Kevin and stuff. And you pit him against people who believe the same. It's just, they're the same as him. They just believe in something different. Who's the crazy one? Because that's the thing. He calls them lunatics, but they're just the same as them. They just believe in something different. And then he sees stuff just like Kevin sees things, but then who can you believe? Lori has proof that Kevin has seen something that wasn't there, and then they think they have proof that Kevin actually died and came back to life. It's a matter of it depends on whose point of view you have.
You people are sick! One of your people is out there murdered, floating in the water, and you're in here doing this! You ought to be ashamed of yourself!
I like that the people playing the music are basically like do.
We need to compel him to confess to what he did. Be not deceived. God shall not be mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
We're not reaping anyone, man.
You used to burn men's houses down for pretending to be things they're not.
True.
What happened to you, John?
He saw that he was crazy.
Your wrath.
He's at peace now.
He found peace.
Yeah. I think you need to do the
He
same.
thinks his daughter's still alive. That's not peace.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Kevin told her he saw Evangeline. Here.
That wasn't her.
Yeah. She's
Someone
got
else.
proof of that.
It wasn't her. What he saw was it was a manifestation of she wasn't real. And if I told you, you would have. I didn't want to hurt you.
I understand. I wouldn't have told me either.
I understand too. She was protecting you. That's what we're supposed to do for each other. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I haven't had any sleep.
Yeah, look like it.
We all need to get some rest before we dock.
I fear he's gonna do something
They've offered me a
stupid.
bed to lie down in the infirmary. I think I'll take him up on it.
I want him to go sleep, but I fear that's not what he's gonna do. It's almost like he feels rejected by them.
Matt, what the heck you are doing?
shit.
Why don't you, transform those ropes into serpents and free yourself?
I don't need to do that. You're going to untie me once you get where you want.
What is it I want?
My attention.
You threw that man overboard.
Okay?
Okay.
Sure. I threw that man overboard.
You'll tell the captain and the authorities.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm the authority.
All right, you're the authority on everything. Creation, Isaac and Abraham, the decathlon, and yet you only won the bronze.
Well, that was before.
Of course. Because you weren't always God. You had to die in a rock climbing accident and come back to life just like your son Jesus. He was the one who died and rose again.
No. He rotted in the cave.
So you take no responsibility for your only son giving his life for the sins of mankind. Then what do you take responsibility for? Dinosaurs? The sudden departure?
Yeah. That was me.
Why?
Because I could.
You're gonna have to do better than that.
No, I don't.
You do.
Why?
Because there has to be a reason.
Why?
Everything in my life I've done for a reason.
Why?
To help people, to guide them. I sacrificed my happiness. I let my family abandon me.
Why?
For you!
Oh, that's so good. Ah.
Everything you've done because you thought I was watching. Because you thought I was judging. But I wasn't. You've never done anything for me. You did it for yourself.
Is that why you were killing me? When I was a boy, I was sick. And I prayed to you to save me, and you did.
I can save you again. Untie me.
Careful if he throws you overboard.
Ta-da. You're saved.
Oh my gosh. Matt, you need to sleep.
That was a very good speech right there.
Fishing boat found a body. Matches your description. I've notified the police. They'd like you to go down the station and make a statement. Assuming you don't have any pressing business in Melbourne.
No, I don't.
Oh my god! Matt!
Did you get some rest?
I did. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you're here.
All of you.
Are you okay?
Actually, Laurie, I'm dying.
David Burgess, you are under arrest!
Oh, they're gonna free. Oh shit, they're gonna free the lion. Oh fuck. Might even think that God did it for him.
That's the guy I was telling you about.
Oh, you still gotta go. Got healing man and lion? Yeah, that's the one who killed a man yesterday in the night.
Oh my god. Oh, it was such a good episode. I think what I remember most about this episode is this. Why do you need a reason?
True.
It's almost like you were about to say something, so go ahead and we'll talk about this after, but
I don't know much about that guy, if his story is true or not, that he died and came back to life. Probably not. Someone who...
I mean, miracles
desired
like this. He probably survived the fall and it was okay, but he wasn't God.
No, I know. But a part of his speech was kind of true, though, that everything that Matt has done was for himself, for his own belief, for his peace of mind.
Just like Nora, he's been lying actually to himself. Always trying to tell himself that what he was doing was for God, but he was also, I mean, there's a part of him that was always reaching for a sign. Like, he was going through so much suffering in order to test his fate, and he was asking for answers he never really got. He was trying to read the signs. Like when his wife woke up, that was the sign, but he was always reaching for that answer, always trying to justify his actions and his suffering by saying, well, God's watching, right? Give me a sign that you are actually watching, and I'm doing this for someone. But why do you need a reason to be nice to people? Why do you need a reason to help people out? In his case, he was trying to do this for himself. He was trying to make himself feel important. Like, God is watching me, I'm doing this, and he's what's the word? Rewarding me for my faith. Like, he's doing this for himself, but he doesn't want to acknowledge that it's for himself. He wants to say it's for God, but he never actually got the proof that he was doing it for someone else. You know, God was not there in front of him telling him, well, you know what, buddy, you're doing a good job. So, and it's crazy because everything, I was saying in the episode that his faith is intense, and he's being, he's looking at all these other people, calling them insane and crazy, but they're basically the same thing as him. It's just that they believe in something else. So why do you need a reason to follow your faith? So why do you need a reason to help out a friend? Why do you need to do this for anyone, in fact? When you can just do this for the good of the thing itself, like help out people. You don't need a reason. There's no need for a reason for why the people disappear. It's actually why I was saying that it was a good speech, because we've been talking about this show a lot, and we've been saying for the last 3 seasons that why the people went missing. We're looking for answers, but there is not necessarily an answer. There is no answer why Matt is the one with the cancer, why the cancer came back. There's no reason for that. Why do you need a reason? You look for answers, you look for reasons, because things need to make sense for you. But there is no reason why some people are born with illnesses, some people are born with handicaps, some people die at a young age, and some people die way later. Some people are really bad people and they pay for it, and other bad people don't pay for it. He's looking for answers and reasons, but you won't find one necessarily every time. The departure and the show, same thing here. We always try to look for answers, but there's not necessarily one answer that will answer it all. Sometimes you just need to let go and accept that that's how things are.
Yeah.
I love Matt episodes.
I still can't believe, though, that Laurie did saw Kevin coming back home with blood on his shirt and a bullet wound, right?
Yeah, but I'm guessing that she believed he was hurt.
No one is talking about the fact that John shot Kevin at point blank.
That's the thing, though, because like I said at the beginning, the more this show goes on, the more I'm inclined to believe that there's a rational explanation to everything, and I'm like, that's reaching a lot. But maybe if he missed all the major, if he missed the organs and stuff, maybe
You know what I think? What I'm thinking right now? it's a fact though that supernatural does exist in that universe because two persons
People disappeared
out of thin air and we don't know where they are. We don't know. We did saw Kevin drinking poison. We did saw him get shot by John, and John knows that he shot Kevin.
Yeah.
So I think that there are rational, totally normal facts during the show and more spiritual facts that is happening. Maybe by dying twice and experiencing supernatural events, Kevin is challenging his mental state, and his mental state is and I want to say in jeopardy, but is critical state right now.
When it comes down to Kevin.
Because I think that it is true that by living traumatic events like that, Kevin might not be stable in the moment.
I feel like Kevin and Matt are the opposite when it comes down to this situation. Because, okay, there's a terrible event that happened 7 years ago. No one can explain it. No one can understand why it happened or how it happened. People are reaching for answers that they don't find. You've got people like Kevin and Matt. People like Matt who desperately try to find a reason for why these things happened. They want to find their purpose. They want to find the answer to everything. Like Matt trying to find a reason for his suffering. He's been through some shit and he's trying to make good because he's thinking that these are trials. Okay, why do I suffer? Because it's a trial. Because there is something good that's going to happen after. So there are people like Matt who try to put an answer to their questions, and they try to make themselves bigger than what they are. I am important, because they don't understand what's going on, so they are so lost that they try to find a new purpose for themselves. Matt is saying, I am like the tool that God uses. I am suffering so much right now, and I'm lost because God has chosen me as the martyr who will go through these trials and will eventually get a reward. There is something after that. That's his purpose. As for Kevin, stuff happened to him, but on the contrary, he's not like Matt. He's the opposite. He just wants to not be special, but people are making him special. So he wants to lose himself in all of that. Like, he doesn't want to be the odd one out. He doesn't want to be the one that has to suffer through all of this. He kind of wants to lose his purpose, kind of. I feel like Kevin is the guy that everyone, Michael said it best at the beginning, we should let him choose. Kevin never gets to choose anything, ever. Stuff happened to him. People see him as this special guy that has been chosen and everything happens to him, but he just doesn't want to be that one person. He wants to live his life and heal, but he doesn't know how, and people are kind of deciding for him how to heal, and it's messing up with his head. So where you've got Matt who's like, I've been chosen to become this person and I want to find my purpose through that. You've got Kevin who's like, people have chosen me to be that person and I just want to be left alone.
These want to be leftovers.
At the end of the day, I feel like in this show, they need to understand that it's not because something like that happened that it's changed anything. You don't need to find a reason for that event. You don't need to find a new purpose. You need time to heal. You need to really put your priorities in the right place. Like, you've got Matt who's dying right now and he's losing the little time he has left that he could spend with his wife, his kid, his family. He doesn't even think of Nora right now because he was so obsessed by his faith and by the purpose that he found for himself. Oh, I still need to take care of everything. I need to make sure Kevin's in Miracle. I need to do that because there's going to be a reward at the end of the day. Yeah. His faith took everything. And right now I think it's actually doing the opposite of what he wants it to do. He's losing everything by doing this. By having the chance to finally meet a guy who pretended to be God and he got his answer. You're not doing this for the good of everyone. You're doing this for yourself and it's not working out. Right now you need to face the harsh truth. Yeah, wake up. It's a confusing show, but holy shit does it make you think. Does it make you realize stuff? It's a beautiful character study, that I have to say. And I mean, it's just fun to watch sometimes. Like episodes with Matt, they're always entertaining and they're very sad too. Matt has been through some shit, and now to know that he's actually dying and he's in Melbourne, he's surrounded by people that want to help, but they tried. I mean, I think they started to see this episode that he's gone off the rail and they don't know how to help. He's lost his wife, lost his kid, doesn't know about his sister. I mean, he's just lost, and I feel for him. I want him to be okay, but sadly, he's dying. So unless he does the right thing in his last days, it's just sad. Anyway, did you have anything else to say?
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah, we're kind of tired tonight. I feel like I have all these crazy ideas and they just don't come out right. So I'm sorry if it didn't make any sense, but it was a very good episode. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's already on Patreon. The link is in the description.
So if you want to watch it now, don't forget to subscribe. And if not, wait for the next one to be up on YouTube, guys.
Next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.